Hey YouTube, Nova Piper. It's getting cold, man. Smoking some Deception Pass in a cob. I don't usually smoke vapors, but I'm a little OCD. The last time I smoked this, good shit happened. This morning there was snow on the ground, rained, kind of like frost, you know, but a little windy. It's right around zero, it's just above zero outside. Friggin' miserable out. Hate winter. It's only gonna get worse. It's gonna rain now for about 3 days, so this will probably be my last pipe in a while. And I don't know, I thought I'd do a video. As usual, I have nothing to talk about. Nothing at all. Nothing planned. Just gonna sit here and shoot the shit. That's what I do. Let's see. What do we got on here? Oh, my battery is low. I got no messages, no emails. I took care of some business this morning. Woo! Still obsessed with this woman. Not like, you know, I don't mean obsessed as in, you know, fucking borderline creepy or anything like that. We got plans for tomorrow. We're gonna hang out and I'm gonna go to her place tomorrow night. But there's that part of me that says, you know, it's just that voice in my head telling me to be careful. See what I mean by obsessed? Watch my videos, last few videos. Can't get this woman out of my head. Put them all yesterday. It was ran into an old friend of mine. I haven't seen her in a while. We go way the fuck back. We used to party hard together. I don't drink. I'm sober now. 14 years in January. And she's been sober a long time too, this one that I ran into yesterday. So, you know, it's cool. I was telling her who I met up with. It's like you never guess who I've been freaking hanging out with. And she said to me, she goes, "Oh my God, Tim, you were so crazy about her back in the day." I said, "Fuck, I still am." You know, she asked how she was doing and all that. She knows my mom and everything, man, you know, so we're good friends. Way back. Man, that sun is low in the sky. It's early afternoon. Sun should be, you know, like way up there, and it's like way down low. It's only a few degrees above the horizon. Well, not a few degrees, you know, maybe like 30 degrees or something. I don't know. I can't do angles very well in my head. Now, if this was You know, if it wasn't windy, I guess it wouldn't be so bad. But if it was, because, you know, it's spring or fall's just, you know, get towards the end of fall, now the beginning of winter, and the cold temperatures are starting to come back. 3 degrees this time of year is just brutal. But if this was like February and March, 3 degrees would be like, yeah, man, wife beater. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. 15 degrees in September is freezing, and 15 degrees in May is like a summer day. We'll get a kick out of that. Someone asked me a question. They said, if you only had 2 tobaccos to choose from, 10 Russians or plum pudding, which would you choose? And I said, fucking plum pudding, for sure. I really like the Seattle Pipe Club mixtures. Mississippi River is actually probably the first Virginia that I don't mind. And I know it's not a straight Virginia, but Virginia-based. And this here is not, for what it is, it's not too bad. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't smoke this very often. I love the plum pudding, though. Looking at my glasses are all dark here. It's funny how on a cloudy day, how the clouds scatter all the ultraviolet light. Because normally when I face this way in the sunshine, my glasses don't get dark like this. But I guess it diffuses it. I got nothing to talk about. You know, what do you want to hear? I'm whipped over a chick. Setting myself up for a disaster, but I'm going for it anyway. Got some big shit happening here soon. Can't wait to find out. Doing some online shopping, fixing the house, writing music, playing around with these 4 chords, just pop chords, you know. Every pop song uses them. So I came up with a riff, some riffage. It's not too bad. I played it for my buddy, and I actually sang a melody to it. I don't have any words, so I'm just singing Mary Had a Little Lamb to it. Sounds funny, but that's how it works, right? Instead of humming along, it's just Mary had a little lamb, fleece was black as coal, blah, blah, blah. Just to make words, to make sounds, use the voice as an instrument. So I got a melody. My friend was listening and a few pointers and playing around with it. I'm playing a lot of guitar, and I don't usually play the acoustic, and my fingers are getting all callous to hell now. I don't know if you can see that, but sitting there last night saying to my friend, man, check this out. I couldn't do this a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. I couldn't pull off riffs like this on 12-gauge strings, and man, it wasn't really a song, and it wasn't really like hardcore Sabbath shit. It reminded me of flat picking. And it's like, wow, man, I'm pulling it off. This is the thing about guitar, any instrument, or anything in life. I was told when I first started learning theory, if you want to sound like you play 12 hours a day, then practice 12 hours a day. And it's really that easy. So it's not easy, but if you want to do something easy, take up brain surgery. Yeah, music's really very enjoyable. I wish I would have been had the right motivation, or if I wish, not nobody's fault, but I wish my parents would have seen it in me and put me in the right direction, but there was no programs available. You know, when you're a kid, you don't want to take music that's offered in school. I didn't want to learn violin or ukulele or band, you know. I wanted to sit down with an electric guitar, and I wanted to learn how to play, back then it was the 70s, I wanted to learn to play Kiss, you know. I was like just a fucking kid. Cool now is they got programs for kids that, you know, they put on a show. So you get a group of kids, and you don't even have to play instruments, and you know, you do everything from You know, setting up the gear, learning to do sound, doing lights, you know, techs, drum tech, guitar tech, the band itself, you know, all this kind of stuff. So that's really cool. You get to learn everything. Anybody who's ever gigged, you know what it's like if you're doing a bar scene. Like, holy shit. You know, you show up to the bar at supper time and set your gear up. You do a sound check. You know, you go home, get changed, get cleaned up, come back to the bar and start your set like maybe, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock. You go to like 2, you know, you play like 3 sets maybe, start at 10, you play till 2. You might play 3 or 4 hours on stage. Then you got to tear down, get paid. You know, so it's like 12 hours, man. You don't make that much money. You know, you start at 5 o'clock and you get home at 5 o'clock. You know, what are some of the pros? You know, well, drunk chicks. Fuck drunk chicks, man. That's always fun. I was playing with a friend of mine. It was his band, and I got up to do a few songs. We all worked together, and he's like, "Tim, man, you should come do a few songs with us." So I went to one of their practices, and we did like 3 songs or something. Just bar songs, right? Like friggin' Pink Floyd and Leonard Skinner. And anyway, we jammed a few songs up on stage, and they were doing a lot of original shit, but I got up and was playing some lead and stuff like this, and I was singing and doing lead and stuff, and then we're out in between sets, and like chicks are coming up to me and saying how awesome the band is and stuff. I'm like, I'm not even in the fucking band, man. It was funny. But, you know, it's a big boost in your ego for sure. Let's face it, man. All guys learn to play guitar to meet chicks. I got a pin on one of my amps that says, "Play guitar, meet girls." That's all it says. It's funny. Tamp. Yeah, I start my videos out just rambling. I had nothing to talk about. How much time I got here? Had nothing to talk about, so just come on, start shooting the shit and let it flow. Maybe 2 or 3 videos that I've ever done in the last, however, you know, I got over 200 videos up, and maybe 2 or 3 of them that I've done a video and never posted it. It's only happened maybe 2 or 3 times. It's usually because they get too personal. I don't like getting in too deep. You know, I briefly mentioned about, you know, that I don't drink, and I might mention a few things about what's going on in my life to an extent, but I don't get on about my personal shit. I have been lately about this chick, because she's driving me nuts. She's not driving me nuts, I'm driving myself nuts. I'm doing it to myself. Anyway, it's chilly out here, so I'm going to take off. Thanks for watching. See ya.